Madam President, Mr. Secretary General, world leaders, ambassadors, and distinguished delegates, 1 year ago I stood before you for the first time in this grand hall.
Method in Madness.
Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Method in Madness. And today, like I promised, we will be evaluating the speech of Donald Trump at the UN in 2018. He gave a nice speech, a 30-minute long speech without any notes at the UN. Well, that is already praiseworthy. But now let's break down the speech and see what were the things that we can learn as a speaker from his speech and what are the things he can do a little better the next time. So let's start. The first thing is the opening. Now at the very start of his speech, Donald Trump was being himself. He was bragging how well his administration has done in the last few years. And he got some laughters. That was unexpected. Instead of getting nervous and flabbergasted by it, he made another joke of it. And guess what? He got even a bigger laughter. Let's watch this moment.
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
This is something for us to learn as a speaker. When things go not according to plan, it's always good to make a joke about it because then you will get a laughter about it. This is something to learn from his speech. The second thing is the rule of three. I have told this to you already that I am a big fan of rule of three because it is the easiest way to make impact. And boy, didn't he use rule of three. He used rule of three almost everywhere in his speech. Let's have a look.
In other words, the United States is stronger, safer, and a richer country than it was when I assumed office less than 2 years ago. And a people bound together by ties of memory, tradition, and the values that make our homelands like nowhere else on earth. I honor the right of every nation in this room to pursue its own customs, beliefs, and traditions.
Not only did he use the rule of three, but he used the tip, top, and terrific, leaving the audience with the last point that makes the maximum impact. And the third thing he did well was the use of adversity quotient. He at a point in his speech told us the sufferings, the pains, the losses that US is going through and why they need to take steps to overcome that. That for me was very powerful because he not only tells you what to do, but he tells why it's essential by taking us in a dip by using adversity quotient.
We believe that trade must be fair and reciprocal. The United States will not be taken advantage of any longer. For decades, the United States opened its economy, the largest by far on earth, with few conditions. We allowed foreign goods from all over the world to flow freely across our borders. Yet, other countries did not grant us fair and reciprocal access to their markets in return. Even worse, some countries abused their openness to dump their products, subsidize their goods, target our industries, and manipulate their currencies to gain unfair advantage over our country. As a result, our trade deficit ballooned to nearly $800 billion a year. For this reason, we are systematically renegotiating broken and bad trade deals.
Those were the three things in his speech that stood out for me, and I think every speaker can learn from it. The use of rule of three, the use of adversity quotient, and the use how to use unexpected humor in your speech. Now, if I was Donald Trump's speechwriter, what would I advise him to do differently the next time? Here are some tips from my side. Number one is the use of pathos. In this speech of Donald Trump, we see a lot of facts, data, number, countries, names, a lot of things are there. But there's no emotion. There is no pathos. I missed words like I promise, trust me, I swear. I missed those words. As a result, all the facts were floating around me, yet it did not touch my heart or brains. I will advise him to include some more emotion, some more pathos that will help his audience resonate with his message. The second thing is the memory quotient. Now, it was a 30-minute long speech, yet is there a single line from that speech that you're going to remember? I guess not. Now, US presidents are known for giving speeches that are remembered for centuries. Of the people, by the people, for the people. I have a dream. There are legendary speeches given by US presidents. This speech fails to entice you in the same way. There were a lot of facts, data, numbers, but lack of emotions. As a result, nothing in this speech stood out for me. There was no one memorable message, no one memorable line, and there was no one memorable instance that I would remember for years to come. And the last thing is the closing. Now, I have told this in my previous vlogs. The closing is perhaps one of the most integral part of your speech, because this is the part that will make your audience remember you. And this is your last chance to leave your audience with a knockout punch. And I thought he lacked it, because the closing for me came sudden. After 30 minutes of speech, you expect a closing that will take the speech to another planet. However, for me, the closing was a bit lackluster. There was no playful use of words. There was no summary. There was no wrap-up, and there was no memorable line that was used at the end. As a result, I felt the closing was lackluster. So, Mr. Trump, if you're listening to me, next time you write your speech, make sure that there is some emotions, pathos in your speech. Make sure there is a memorable line, quote, or to-do in your speech that will give your speech a unique identity. And make sure you close your speech with a bang. So, dear friends, hope you liked my evaluation of Mr. Trump. I will be back next week with our finale of Method in Madness. But till then, don't go anywhere. You know why? Because it's time for Expression of the Week. Welcome to the Expression of the Week, and today I am standing in this beautiful city of Savona, and you can see this gorgeous Mediterranean Sea right behind me. If it was any warmer, I would have totally taken a dip in this beautiful sea. So today I thought, let me make the Expression of the Week something related to water. The Expression of the Week is fish out of water. What does it mean? It means when you are not comfortable or relaxed because of an unfamiliar situation or circumstances, that is when you are fish out of water. How can we use this expression? For example, Carol has 2 left feet, that's why she feels fish out of the water at her dance class. Or, when I shot for my first vlog, I felt like the fish out of water, but today, after my 8th vlog, I feel much more comfortable. Dear friends, try this expression and let me know what you think of it so that you never feel fish out of water again. In the meantime, I will enjoy this amazing sea, the beautiful breeze, and I will be back next week with another expression, another tip. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Signing off from Italy. See you next week.
Our channel? It's your channel, right?
Yeah,
Plural, singular?
ours sounds more like you, me together.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah?
One more time?
The closing, right?